right, so in this episode, I'm going to talk about why Fiverr is gold. And Fiverr can help you. You can make millions of dollars just through Fiverr. Now, Fiverr is a place where you can hire people to do work for you. Now, anything that you need done, you can get it on Fiverr. But see, the thing with Fiverr is you have to find who's good. Now, this will take testing, right? Now, you can look at reviews, you look at the description, and you look at their pricing. And if you're good, this is where emotional intelligence comes into play. And actual action comes into play. So if you know what works, right? If you know what works and you look at what they offer, then you can connect it. You can connect it. For instance, let's just say somebody's selling you copywriting, right? So let's say they're selling you copywriting, but they're selling you sales page copywriting or landing page copywriting. Now you're like, okay, I need product descriptions though. Well, don't hire a landing page copywriter. You hire a descriptions copywriter. Or you say, oh, I need a clothing brand descriptions. And you ask them, hey, do you write copy for clothing brands? And you're like, yeah, I've written for clothing brands. And then you tell them, hey, well, let's say you sell streetwear clothing. Oh, I have a streetwear brand. And it's like, yeah, we can do a streetwear brand. And then you can help them write it. Or you can explain your branding behind the writing. Boom. Now you just multiply what they can do, right? That's how you hire. Now, let's say you need website design, right? Now, go by what type of website you need and tell them, hey, I need to optimize for conversions. Oh, yeah, we can optimize it. They send you a list of demos. You're like, oh, I like this site. I think we should move this to the middle and add this here. Like, you have to have that ability if you're going to get website design. Don't just do it. Don't just do it like, oh, I need a website. Like, no, you should hire professionals who can review it and review that and get it done for conversions. Now, there's people on there that do that, that's good enough to do that. But it's up to you to be able to explain that and do that process. That's why I say being a multiplier is the key to business success. There's a book called Multipliers. Like, you should read that book. That's how I got this concept from. Like, a multiplier is the key to being a great entrepreneur. You have to be a multiplier. Now, a multiplier is a person that can take a business, no, not just a business, but a concept and maximize what that concept is. So they could take a SEO team and be like, okay, this is the keyword I saw. What do you think about this keyword? It's like, oh, let's say you're selling, I always talk about ping pong, babe. So you're selling ping pong tables and you say, yeah, I want to sell ping pong tables. What do you think of this? Now, instead of telling them, hey, I want to sell ping pong tables, you ask him, what do you think about me selling ping pong tables? So now you're waiting for an answer instead of you have a taker mentality like, I want to sell ping pong tables. What can you give me? Oh, you don't come in that way. You come in like, I want to sell ping pong tables. Can you help me? And then they're going to be like, yeah, I can help you. Let me see what the keyword density and how could you rank. You're like, oh, now, if you're just sitting back like, oh, let me see what he's going to say. No, why don't you work with him and learn with him? So now you're a multiplier. You're like, what do you think of wooden ping pong tables? And he's going to be like, I don't think that'll work. Nobody wants a wooden ping pong table. And you see? So now you're a multiplier. You're not just, oh, what do you think about ping pong tables? You sit back and you smoke a cigarette and wait. Like, no. You're actually in the process of building. And that's just with the SEO. Let's say you go to a website or you go to a Facebook guy, and some Facebook people, they're like, oh, you shouldn't do an interest target because they don't like ping pong, just because they like ping pong don't mean they want to buy a table. Maybe somebody who likes sports want to buy it. Maybe somebody who you should just go wide instead of going interest. because you might find somebody who just maybe want buy a ping pong table today, and you like, no, I think we should do interest just to take the overtime route instead of going the instant route, right? Because over time, if you're targeting people who want ping pong tables and like ping pong paddles and watch ping pong, then over time probably they're going to buy, right? Because they're so interested in it. You see? But there's other people who say that you shouldn't do interest targeting because it might be somebody who want it, but they're not interested. Like I could be walking down the street and I could see somebody who's selling a blow pop, but I wasn't looking for a blow pop. I just might wanted a blow pop today, right? You see what I'm saying? That's the same concept. But we're talking about multipliers. So back to multiplier. Let's talk about product imagery, right? Imagery. Yeah, let's talk about imagery. So if you're discussing imagery, there's some people who say you should do video. Oh, you should do video. You need to do video. It's like, but sometimes people don't like video. Sometimes you could post an image and it works just as good as a video because a video shows like, okay, yeah, you can see the video, but an image shows that, oh, this is on sale now, right? You can see like, oh, I'm freezing, I watched this, I like it, let me click it. But a video is saying, okay, I have to click this video, I have to sit and watch it. I don't feel like watching the video. But if it's an image, they're like, oh, I just want to hit the image. So images still work. And plus, an image could be just as beautiful as a video. Like, why do you think thumbnails work? Because a thumbnail is just a big ass introduction to a video. But it's the still image that makes you want to click it. It's the stillness. So you can create beauty through stillness. Why do you think NFTs still work? Because it's a still image that you're looking at and you're just being obsessed with that image. You're just like, yeah, I like it. So you just looked at it for 12 seconds. That's the same as watching a video for 12 seconds. If you look at an image for 12 seconds, you're actually becoming more intimate with an image you look at for 12 seconds than a video you look at for 12 seconds. Because the image is like, wow, I just looked at that image. It's still. It's stillness. And you're just like, wow, I like that. I'm going to buy it. But if you're just looking at the video, it's like you're waiting to be sold. Like, oh, no, they didn't sell me. But if you look at a video, image for 12 seconds, you're like, oh, you pretty much sold because it caught your attention. You're like, wow, oh, look at that. Look at that. Wow, wow. And it's just sitting there. It's just still. You see? So back to multiplier. Let's talk about multiplier pricing and overall store design is multiplier because just your store design is copy, is imagery, is pop-up. Should you have a pop-up? Should you even focus on email? That's another topic, email, because email, like, you need a big reason for people to put their email in nowadays. Like, you're not going to get an email as easy as you used to back in the day. That's why if you look at a lot of big companies now, they don't even have pop-ups. They just have it where it's like, if you want to sign up here, you're going to be exclusive. That way you're avoiding that scam, not the scam, but the spam, like stigma, the spam stigma. I might have to do another video about the spam stigma. I did a podcast about the scam stigma. We should talk about the spam stigma, like that stigma that you have when you start a business on how to not look like a spammer or like a spammy type of business. And I feel like that getting rid of the email pop-up kind of rids that stigma. It's like you're pulling them in. It's like, because so many people are used to that pop-up now, they're just like, they just hit the X and they're like, it's annoying. So many people, like, it's people that don't even go on sites now because they're afraid of that damn pop-up. You see what I'm saying? Because you got to think, like, when email first came and it was, for the pop-up, people wasn't texting so much. Like it wasn't so much texting on the phone. So the email pop-up was like, oh, I just got a new email. Now it's like an email is kind of annoying because people have 80 notifications on their phone. Especially women, right? Women are the biggest shoppers. So women have 30, 50,000 thirsty guys in their phone. So they got thirsty guys all in their phone. They're just running through them. This notification, that notification, this notification. And then you send them an email. And it's like, this email pop-up is like, no, I don't want, I'm looking through the clothes. I don't want to, all right, bye. Like, that's how it goes. It's like the attention span is just like, fucked. Like, it's just, they all messed up. And YouTube is becoming a part of that too, because YouTube is such a big education platform that it can take you. It's like a library in itself, but that library has these big titles, gold books that's taking you in, but there's nothing in the book. It's like a gold book, like a YouTube channel with nice imagery and nice thumbnails with bad information. It's like a gold book with nothing inside of it. Right? It's like you just bought a book because it's gold. Oh, that book is gold. It's $100. But you open it and there's nothing in it. That's what a YouTube channel with a bad information is like. And that's just what it is. But there's a lot of good information out there. But there's a lot of bad. There's a lot of people who just putting on a camera and think that just them on a camera is enough. And it's like, no, it's not enough. You're annoying. You're in the way. And you haven't told me anything. That's just, I feel like that's what YouTube is becoming. It's becoming a lot of annoying people who can put on a camera and just post a lot of shit. That's it. Like, I feel like the camera on the phone is ruining people's actual intelligence. Like, they don't know nothing. They're just on the camera dressed in a Lamborghini and Versace and a Gucci. And they think that, and they want views, and they feel like that's enough for you to be better than me. It's like, I'm on camera and I'm wearing Gucci and this and that, and my information is bad. I'm talking about a girl or something, but I have a lot of views and subscribers, so I'm better than you. Like, no. So, but this guy's making like 60 or 80K a month on Shopify profit, but he's getting like 6 views. You see? It's a big difference. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's manipulation. That's total manipulation. Like, that is manipulation out of this world. I'm gonna start a video about that. I want to make a video about that, like numbers, the power of numbers. But we talked about Fiverr, so let's get back to Fiverr for this last minute. So yeah, Fiverr is very good. Like, don't let people tell you online that Fiverr is bad. But don't hire any. Like, stay away from Nigerians. I know if you're Nigerian and you're watching this, I want to apologize, but I'm not, because you know that there's a lot of, if you're a smart Nigerian and you're listening to this, you know there's a lot of scammers. So don't be offended, because you just know, you know why somebody would look at Nigeria and be like, I don't want to do it, because most of them that have bad reviews, and it's a reason, because they just start up new accounts all day, and one gets banned and they start a new one. That's why they don't have any reviews. So that's why I say, for digital marketing, Fiverr is gold. Like it's gold. There's really good people on there, like really good. Like, there's people selling on there. There's people making money on it. Like, just because somebody is selling you like a $500 service or a $600 service, don't think that on their back end they might not be making 80 to 120K a month.